right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all honor, glory, and praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash.
Giving double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone for teaching us His truth to rule well. All right, we're going to be going into something that's very repetitive, but it's really important, man. All right, because this signifies whether you're with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai or you're not. All right, when that mark of the beast is presented, all right, that's when you're going to be tested, man. That's your final test. Are you going to take that chip or not? All right, not really your final test, all right, but it's one of your final tests. You see?
I got a scripture real quick. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And the hour of temptation, man, which the brother was saying, it's gonna boil down to this one thing, that it's gonna truly test every brother and every person on the earth spirit, their loyalty or who they are towards Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be that chip. You know?
That's right. Hey,
so the hour of temptation is gonna come upon the whole earth.
That's right. Hey, that's why we're out here preaching to the Negro, Latino, and the Native American, man, that they're the true Hebrew Israelites to get right with their power, man. All right, that's why we're out here in the highways and the hedges, highways and byways, teaching. All right, so our people can come back to their heritage. All right, like in the time of Acts. All right, it was a fruitful time. You know, they would go to one city and people would listen. They would go to another city. I mean, they had mockers and scoffers and everything. All right, but Paul had to put in his hard work, man. You know, and that mark of the beast is coming up, man. So we want to make sure that our people, the elect, are sealed. You see, and that's the job of the messengers, the angels. You know,
and warning you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're letting you know. That's what the word prophecy or prophet means, to say before something comes to pass. Prophecy. So we're letting you know that this thing is coming to pass.
That's right.
But not everybody has faith, because it takes faith to believe in what the scriptures say. You know what I'm saying? So the scriptures bear witness that there's a mark that is of the beast, that is of a man, that is coming upon the earth, which is already here. It's not no embargo or barcode, or no credit cards, or no social security or birth certificate. Okay, it's an actual device, you know, right, that he's gonna push forward upon the whole earth. That's gonna intrigue people to come to it, seduce you to want to have that chip.
That's right.
Or have that mark. Okay.
Hey, when that time comes, you know, you're gonna be tried after the chip as well, or during that time of the chip. All right, because you're gonna look at your family like, damn, man, we're all starving. All right, that's another reason why it's important to fast. You know, but you're gonna look at your family; they're all gonna be walking around with their, holding their stomachs, and that's gonna be a test on you. All right, how much do you love your family? All right, carnally or spiritually? All right, are you gonna take the chip, or are you gonna go for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and have Him take care of you? You know, so like the brother read, hey, let patience work her perfect works, man. You know, be patient in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that He's gonna deliver you. You know.
Yeah, we gotta rehearse the righteous acts now, man. You know, exercise your senses for that evil day before the evil day comes. That evil day, every day is evil and it's sufficient for it in itself. But that day that the brother's going into, referring to the mark of the beast, that is a very evil day, because it's gonna try everybody's spirit. Man. Everybody's gonna be tried, tested, of their loyalty, of their who they claim themselves to be when they're put through that ultimate test.
That's right.
Okay, and what the brother's saying is true. There's a scripture here in the book of 2nd Ezra. Let's see if I can find it. Right here. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And what is that ultimate thing? That idol, the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. Who's that? Like I said, the burning wrath of a great multitude. Who is that? Esau, man.
That's right.
He's gonna come in as that you know, as that flood.
That's right.
You know, engulfing everybody and taking down as many people as he can. And he's gonna if he can't convince you to take the chip, he's gonna torture you to take the chip. Okay?
That's right.
It says, and behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you. And certain brothers are going to be taken away to be tried and tested. Okay? But we know what's going to happen in that time. Everybody else that don't know, they're not taking heed, they're the ones that are going to be left in a state of derision, in a state of confusion. You know? In a state of how can this be, how can this happen? How can this be? How can our government turn on us? You know, that's why it's very important to listen to what, you know, the elders say, us brothers, they're in the highways and the byways, man. Or even if we talk to you amongst at our jobs or at a convenience store, whatever the case may be, however the Spirit makes it fall. You people need to take heed, but a lot of you won't. Okay, but us brothers, we know what's expected. It says, and feed you being idle. And what is Esau gonna feed you? It's not gonna be with pork like he did with Antiochus Epiphanes. Okay, during the Maccabees, it ain't gonna happen like that way. He's gonna be a different idol. It's gonna be that chip that is prophesied that the brother wants to bring out in the book of Revelation chapter 13. Okay, it says, and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. And if you take those things that are of men, you're going to be destroyed by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. You're going to be trodden underfoot. Like it says in Malachi chapter 4. That the day is going to come that burn like an oven. And that, how does it say? Can you get it real quick in Malachi 4 and 1, Salakia? You know, because you're going to be trampled underfoot. Okay? The brother's going to bring it out. I don't want to mess it up when I try quoting it.
Malachi 4 and 1, right?
Yeah. Malachi 4. It says, and they shall consent unto them, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision. To consent to something means you agree to it. You're in agreement. Okay? Nowhere in the scriptures does the Lord say you're supposed to agree with your adversary. In the sense to where you go against the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
The scriptures say agree with the adversary in Matthew chapter 5. But that's to get rid of like any kind of strife or you getting into further trouble.
Right.
But when it comes to choosing life and death, eternal life or eternal damnation, you best believe you gotta fall with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You have to go with him, not go towards men. Right. Okay? Because that's where you're gonna have the greater condemnation. It's gonna be by way of fire.
Tom, this is Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh, that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day
they all shall be stubble.
That's right.
Right, and it tells you in the book of Revelations that the ones that take that chip, they're going to be burned by way of fire. They're going to be cast into the lake of fire.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead.
Hey, also in what was it? Joel chapter 2, when it says before the ICBM missiles hit, all right, before them, it's a paradise. All right, everything continues as it's been. But after them, all right, it's gonna be nothing but stubble, a wasteland.
Yeah.
All right.
Complete. Yeah, like the brother said, desolate.
It says, and the day cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in wings, and shall go forth and grow up
as calves in the
of the stab.
Right. Well, what does it say?
Of the stall.
Right. So imagine, brothers, we're gonna be looking real ugly, man. We're gonna be looking hurt, pitiful, skinny. we're gonna have enough to where we ain't gonna die, because the Lord said His servants shall not hunger. We are gonna eat, right? But we ain't gonna be. It's not gonna be like, you gotta think. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really think about the situation. It ain't gonna be like right now. Everybody's looking fat, healthy, you know. So imagine that the hit. Read it again, huh? Just in the second verse.
It says, Malachi chapter 4, verse 2. But unto you that fear my name,
that's the elect. That's talking about the brotherhood. All right, go ahead.
Shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing?
And that's talking
in his
about
wings.
That's Yahweh Shai, man, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, and shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall.
And shall go forth and grow up as calves in the stall. Because we're gonna be the scriptures say we're gonna put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal. So we're gonna be rejuvenated, we're gonna be regenerated into a whole new body, man.
That's right.
We're gonna be, because Yahweh Shai is coming with healing in his wings. By way of what? The chariots, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
So in the midst of all that's going on in that chaos, right, while the chariots or the ICBM missiles are here burning up the people that take the chip, you know, the brothers are gonna be caught up in the chariots and they're gonna be transformed, man. Go ahead. Because a calf is like a small cow, all right, and it's in the stall. I mean, in the stall, it's being fed, it's being protected, okay. And what happens is it has a time to grow, has no worries out being faced with the elements. Go ahead.
It says, verse 3, and ye shall tread down the wicked.
See, and ye shall tread down, because you're gonna be had in derision. And like I said, in 2 Ezra 16 and 69, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Go ahead.
It says, and ye shall tread down the wicked.
And ye shall tread down the wicked. So you're gonna be trodden underfoot, man. Okay, go ahead.
Let me get this one in.
All right. You know,
kind of like the brothers say, man, you know, things are going to be changing, man. All right, once you call up to those chariots, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to put, all right, those laws, statutes, and commandments in you, man. All right, he's going to turn you into that soldier. All right, because the Most High, hey, he's a power of war, man. All right, he's not just, let's love everybody, all right? And that's what Christians like to believe, all right, that's who he is. He loves everybody. All right, if that were true, then why did the Israelites, all right, slay so many people throughout history? All right, if he loved everybody the same, that wouldn't make any sense at all, man. All right, and the Most High never changes, and he said that Israel is his people. See?
They'll say that the New Testament is a book of love, but Yahweh Shai, that's where you people, y'all don't want to read the scriptures where Yahweh Shai, who the world called Jesus Christ, he said in the book of Luke, those that shall not have me reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. Why would he say, if he was about love, why would he say that?
That's right.
Why would he tell his servants to slay you if he didn't want him to reign over you, to rule you,
right,
rule over you?
So if he loved his elect, why would he say that, hey, watch the people in your house because they might turn against you? If he was all about love, then he would have united that house, right? Well, it's not the time for that, man, like Ecclesiastes says. All right, there's a time for everything. And right now we're in a spiritual warfare, man. So we need to get ready. We need to get serious. All right, this is that's a lot. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, the scriptures say, "Can two walk, lest they be agreed." So Yahweh Shai, he came to cause a division between a father and his son.
Right.
All right, and a mother and daughter. Okay, and going back to the brothers talking about the Christians, all about love. They're gonna be the same ones to make you get the RFID chip, man.
That's right.
And bring eternal damnation upon you by way of fire, man. And that eternity can be however the Most High decides for it to last, man. And it's gonna feel as an eternity when you're being burned up. But those same Christians are gonna cause you to take that chip, man. Okay?
Hey, what is Esau known for? All right, Esau Edom is known for having smooth words, man. Smooth words and persuading the people. All right, but Israel has always wanted those smooth words. All right, in Isaiah chapter 30, they always want to hear those good things. You know, and that's why they were persuaded like that, man. You know, nowadays you look at a Judite, at a so-called Mexican, at a so-called Negro, and you try to tell them about this truth, and they'll look at you funny. Oh, those are your beliefs. No, man, we're reading the same Bible. What do you mean our beliefs? You know? But going back to what the brother was saying in Malachi 4 about, you know, destroying the adversary, it says Deuteronomy 33 and 27, the eternal power is thy refuge, talking about Israel, and underneath are the everlasting arms. And he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee, and shall say, destroy them. You see, so the Most High is not all about love, man. You know, there's a balance to the Most High. All his ways are judgment, and all his ways are perfect, like the scriptures say.
Yeah.
You see?
Like I said, read it again.
This is Deuteronomy 33 and 27. The eternal power is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms.
Underneath are his everlasting arms. Going back to Malachi 2, where it said that in his wings are healing. So his arms are, he don't have wings like a bird, man. It's talking about his arms, man.
That's right.
All right, so he has protection.
That's right.
Okay, he has power under his arm. Go ahead.
It says, and he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee.
And who's the enemy? Anybody that is contrary to the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, this book, man, the law, statutes, and commandments. Anybody that is contrary to this way. Okay? Not just the heathen, even you 2/3 Negro Latinos and Native American Indians.
That's right.
All right?
That's what it means to be profane, to be an anti-Messiah, anti-Christ, how the people would say it. You know? It just, I mean, simply breaking down the word anti-Messiah, all right? Because Christos really means Messiah, all right? But we don't like to deal with that word because of, you know, idols that were built up, you know? So it would really mean anti-Messiah, all right? That's the correct of Mashiach, you know, the correct translation to English, Messiah. So to be anti-Messiah, you're really anti-word, all right? Yeah, the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
And then the word Messiah means anointed.
That's right.
Right? So they hate that anointing. They'd rather be filthy, dirty, you know, do what thou willest.
That's right.
Everybody's into technology. Going back to the chip, Esau's gonna persuade you, seduce you, in that sense of taking that chip because it's technology.
That's right.
That technology is Esau's weapon. That's his blessing. That's part of his sword, man. So he's gonna get you to take that chip, the RFID chip.
Let me go back to Malachi 4. This is Malachi 4 and chapter 3. And ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet. In the day that I shall do this, saith Yahweh of hosts.
That's right, man. So, and this is a prophecy. The Lord's is gonna do this. You know, because you're gonna take that chip, you're gonna go about your own ways, and you're gonna think nothing's gonna happen. That those guys on the highways and the byways were full of shit. They didn't know what they were talking about. They were just some random guys that decided to one day just go out and start preaching the Bible. They just had this feeling. Oh man, it's a serious thing, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is waking up a lot of brothers and that are doing the same thing, man. This ain't of no coincidence. This is prophecy.
That's right.
Just like the RFID chip is prophecy, and it's here today. All right?
That's right.
It's everywhere. It's part of it's in your vehicles, your cell phones. You know? It's in almost in every single thing out here, man. Everything has some type of GPS or RFID ability. You know what I'm saying? So people to track or, you know, whatever it does, man. Whatever other things that it has the ability to do.
That's right.
That's where everybody's going towards, man. Bluetooth. You know, you got your near field communication, NFS or NFC. I don't think it has. That's for Apple, but that's more like Samsung or Android. The NFC. You know,
but even the phones have that. What is it called? The SIM card, the SIM card.
Yep.
iPhones have it. All kinds of phones have it, and that's a different type of or a certain similar type of technology as the RFID. All right, because that SIM card, that SIM card, it holds your information. All right, it's unique because it holds your information. So it knows what you've been watching. It knows what you've been looking up, what your credit card information is, everything. All right, it has all types of information in
It
it.
could be like a tracking device too.
That's right, and that's the same thing that you put into an animal. All right, you put a chip into an animal. That way you know where it's at. That way you know what it's doing. All right, but when the RFID chip, all right, is presented, the actual RFID chip that's going to be implanted in your hand, all right, when that's presented, all right, that's going to have all types of information for you. All right, you go to the hospital. Well, do you have any past medical records or anything? It's already going to be there. You don't have to carry anything with you. You see, your social security number is going to be in there. Your debit card information is going to be in there. Everything, man. You know, and that's why it's going to be so persuasive for a lot of people and so convenient, all right, which is really not convenient, you know, but it's going to be convenient for people in that sense that, oh, look, I don't have to carry keys anymore. I don't have to carry anything with me anymore. Nothing.
You know, you don't have to carry shit.
God,
It's just like with me right now, man, I have to carry all kinds of shit. Man, I got all kinds of shit with me, man.
That's right.
And I'm like, damn, why am I carrying so much shit? But that's part of it. It's a spiritual thing, man. You know, and Esau knows that.
That's right.
You know, he knows that he has to get you spiritually, mentally, in the mind, in order for you to get what he's trying to push out, that tangible item or that tangible thing. Everything that Esau puts out is material or tangible. So, but he knows that he has to get you in the mind first. That's why he has his marketing, advertisements, you know, promotions, all these different things. Gets you in the dome, and then there you go walking after. You know, there's gonna have to come a time where we're gonna have to let go of this shit, and we're gonna have to, as we're doing right now, rehearsing the righteous act, walking by faith, not by sight. So we actually have to really apply our faith in that time, man.
That's right.
Because a lot of people right now, they ain't doing that. They ain't exercising nothing, man. They're feeding the flesh, exercising the flesh, and that's eventually what they're gonna fall for. You know, like the brother said, when he presents it to you, it don't end there. You know, you may refuse it, but then you're gonna see that you ain't got no food, your family's hurting, and you know, it's gonna push you to want to receive that chip.
That's right. That's gonna be the difference, man. The spiritual man versus the carnal man. You know, and like it says in the scriptures in Genesis, whenever Esau was coming back, hey, he was carnal as hell, man. He was real carnal. All right, when he was coming back, he was hungry. He wasn't looking up to Yahweh Shem Yahushai like, hey, you know, I need things. You know, having that faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai to feed him. But he came back, and Jacob, being a spiritual man, and through the Spirit, he told Esau, "Sell me your birthright." You see? So, hey, in that time, you might give up your birthright. You know, that's what we have to make sure, and we have to preach and we have to teach to let our people know. You know, not to give up that birthright, man.
Exhort each other as you see the day approaching, man, because it's important, it's vital. You know, like I said, people out here that see it, they don't understand, they don't care to understand. That's fine. You know, these videos, these epistles are for us, ourselves, and to the brotherhood, man. And whatever listener decides to stumble across a brother's video and takes heed to it, you know. I got one. I'm gonna bring this one out. This is Isaiah 65:11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore I will number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. So you're making like I said, you are preparing a table for that troop. That troop, who's that troop that's coming? Esau, man. You're preparing that troop. You're preparing a table for that troop. You want to dine with him. You know, like the scriptures say, you can't dine with devils and with the Lord.
That's right.
That's why I had mentioned earlier, the Lord said, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said, can two walk, at least they be agreed. You can't dine at the table of devils and the table of the Lord, man.
That's right.
You know, but the scriptures say that you're going to prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. You know, what is that number? The 666, which is the number of a man.
That's right.
Right? Which in that time, it was of Nero, man.
That's right.
Okay, forget his full name, but it was Nero during the time of Acts that came, and he was real deadly. He was a vicious Caesar, right?
That's right.
Against the Most High's people, man, the Israelites.
That's right.
He brought a lot of hell upon them, man. Okay, but it's more. We know that it's a number of a man. We know that it's of men, but it's an actual device.
That's right.
You have to have faith and believe in that, man. What else is out there that you can't buy? It's not going to give you the ability to not buy food or buy food. It has to be a tangible thing.
That's right.
It has to be able to read a transaction or know that you're taking a product.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That like they say that it's philosophy.
Yeah.
You can't go up to a convenience store or to the grocery store and say, oh, I'm a Christian, and be like, all right, you're good. That doesn't make any fucking sense, man.
All you gotta tell me is John 3:16. Quote the whole thing, and then you can take this food. It's not gonna be that easy, man.
That's right.
You know, people are just bugged out. It's gonna be an actual device that is gonna have the ability to make those transactions.
That's right.
They're already doing it. All you have to do, like, I believe it's well, I mean, you can go to like Target and stuff like that. You use your Apple phone, and you put money on that on the Apple card on your phone, and you can go up to the where you check out and just put your phone up to it, and it'll right there. It'll take your money.
That's right. Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Debit cards also have it right there on the card itself. It says RFID. All right, so they just been recently making videos or commercials where you go up to a thing and you wave your card now. You don't even scan it or put your chip. You just wave that shit. All right, and now that you wave it, it'll catch it and it'll signify something. But yeah, everything is technological based.
Yeah.
All right, so your car, even your car, you go up to your car with your remote and you do that twice if you have one of the new ones, and that shit'll open up. See? So everything is a program, man, like much like the Matrix. All right, that's why that movie is so significant, man.
Yeah.
That Yahweh Hashem Yahushai had put it in this earth for a specific reason, just like everything else. You know, because everything is governed by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
That's why, like the brother's saying, this whole place is. If we had the ability to see this place, we'll see nothing but lines and all kinds of like, you know what I'm saying, like all the different like energy that's up, like that's going across all the different activity.
That's right.
You know, if we had that ability, this place would be wired with shit, man. People making different transactions, going from this building to that building. You know, you just see these surges of power, man.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
this place is governed based off of technology, energy, power. This is Esau's power, man. And people are into this. You know, like, well, somebody that I know loves technology, man. You know,
That's right.
they want the newest phone, the newest tablet, the laptop, the watch. You know, it's like it's not enough, man. And I be telling them, man, you're gonna end up taking it. You're gonna probably end up taking that chip. You know. And what does everybody go for those things for, those devices? Because they're convenient. Because you have access to a lot of things. You ain't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? You can talk to multiple people. You can FaceTime. You know, you can do all kinds of shit. So how much more when they say, hey man, with this chip, you can start your car, you can unlock your car, you can do everything with this one chip. You can open doors to your house.
Just with a thought.
Yeah.
Just with the thought of doing it, you'll open it. Man.
Look at it, and it reads your eye radius. Go to your eye, and it opens it up for you. Has that ability. This stuff is real, man, and it's coming, man.
That's right.
You go on YouTube and you'll see that there's people that have it. They already have that chip in their hand, and they're starting up their vehicles, man. They're open doors. You know.
That's right.
Certain over there in what is it? I know in Spain there's a club, which we've been knowing this for years, but you have to be a member. If you're a member of that club, you have to have the chip, and that's how you gain access into that club. And then you got over there, what is it? Was it Sweden? Or what was it?
Continents.
Is it Sweden or Switzerland? One of them.
Continents.
And I think that whole community is basically chip, man. You know, and the job over there in Wisconsin, I think, like they're higher up. So if not everybody in that one business is chip too.
That's right.
So it's gradually coming into that. They started with the animals way years ago when I was in my teens. I knew about tracking animals, man. The animal came up missing. All they had to do was track it by way of that chip that was embedded.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
So now they're moving on to you know, people, man.
That's right. Just like everything else, they present it slowly, man. They'll slowly start getting into it. They'll slowly start pushing things through media, through television, through shows, through gaming, through movies.
Yeah, they're showing you a lot in movies, man.
That's right.
And a lot of movies, it's appearing there more and more. I just got done watching a series on Netflix called Queen of the South, and in that series, they go over there to Malta. It's somewhere over there in Europe. Shit, it's like an island. But there's a drug dealer. He would human traffic too. He probably did all kinds of wicked shit. But he had women that he was human trafficking, and he had some that he hadn't picked that he wanted with him. But the girl that was from over here that was trying to make a deal with him saw that and she wanted to help them. So she ended up rescuing them. But that man found their location. Why? Because they were chipped. Every single girl that was there was chipped, and they were there was a scene where when they came out with that other girl that rescued them, they clawed out the chip. So they were in their wrists. So they had to dig it out because they knew that he would end up finding them because of that chip. So they're showing you, man. All right. And they're doing it to the ones that are willingly doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have people that are just voluntarily doing it. You can buy it and you go out there and do it. You can inject yourself and shit like that. But also, they're doing it to people, whether they're aware or unaware, man. That's why you gotta be very careful when you go to the doctors, to dentists, because they can do some grimy ass shit like that and put a fucking tracking device in you, man.
That's right.
You gotta be very careful, man, with people nowadays, man, because people are wicked as fuck. But it says 2 Corinthians 1:11, least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
That's right.
You cannot be ignorant in these times, man. This is not the time to be ignorant. But then you got a lot of people that love being ignorant, man. But they like being badasses about their job, about gaming systems, games, sports, but they're not. They don't know what the hell's going on with the world, man.
That's right.
With the other nations, what this so-called white man is doing, what he's plotting against you Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Y'all don't even give a shit about that. You so-called Mexicans don't even work. Y'all don't even care about what's going on over there with the border anymore, man.
That's right.
That motherfuckers are just shit. As long as I'm over here in America, I'm good. They let them deal with it. But not realizing that it's gonna affect you. It's going to affect you, man. Okay?
That's right.
You think he's stopping what he can stop, then he's gonna focus on everybody over here. Once he takes care of that shit, he's gonna come and look for you.
That's right.
Okay?
Hey,
La migra, way.
Like it says it, he had what's it called? His words were full of smoother than butter and softer than oil, but he had drawn swords. All right, over here he's like, nah, I'm taking care of y'all. Y'all gonna be good. All right, let me just handle my business. And he's over there doing what he has to do, but the whole time he's really planning to destroy everything, man. Death follows wherever he goes.
He wants to take as many people into captivity and destroy as many, man. But he's gonna present that shit. The passports are, I believe now, the passports have a tracking device, if I'm not mistaken. So they're able to pinpoint your passport where you're at, man, when you cross the borders. So with that too is you gotta have knowledge. You cannot be ignorant of Satan's devices, man.
That's right.
DC get it. How did it say? DC should get an advantage over us, and it's not possible for him to do that with the elect, because Yahweh already said it's not. If it were possible to deceive the very elect, but it's not possible. You cannot do it. It won't happen. Why? Because the Most High he had revealed the secrets unto the prophets, man. And now the prophets are relaying the information to the other brothers, man, and waking us up and keeping us as watchmen and being circumspect, vigilant. We know who our enemy is. We know that there's a lion out there that's roaring and going to and fro through the earth and seeking whom he may devour, man.
That's right.
But he knows that he has to devour you by way of that chip, because that's the ultimate, that's the last thing, man. That's one of the last prophecies that have to be fulfilled. And he knows this.
Let me read this real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1. Our power, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, who at sundry times and in diverse manners speak in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds.
You see how that alarm will get everybody looking and startled? But whenever we come out here preaching the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, no one's affected. Yeah, they'll look, but they ain't really affected by it. You know, they ain't really wanting to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They probably don't even give a shit what's going on with that ambulance either. It's like, oh, just another motherfucker that probably got ran over or got hit by a train or some shit. You know?
And that's just judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, everything is controlled by the Most High. You see, so that when this chip is presented, the Most High set up those men in those kingdoms. You see, so when that chip is presented, the Most High is letting all this stuff come to pass, man. You know, whether you be willingly ignorant, or you take heed unto the word of the prophets. You see. So we'll get into Revelation 13 and 16.
All right, this is Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their hand, in their right hand, and in their foreheads.
All right. Hey, free and bond, rich, poor, it doesn't matter what size you are, tall, short, all right, dark, light, it doesn't matter what or who you are, all right, transvestite, whoever the hell you may think you are, the Most High is going to present that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, all right, and he's going to have you take it. And if you're willful about it, you're going to end up taking it, man. All right, because, oh, I got to feed my kids, I got to pay the bills, I got to pay my truck, I got to pay this, I got to do that. All right, you've been programmed since you were little to grow up and pay shit. All right, since you were little, you're already in debt. And that's why this devil has his system set up the way he does, man. You know, there was this joke a while back, this comedian, and he was a supposed Jewish comedian, all right, but he said, all right, out of all the people, what did the white man invent? All right, because the TV was invented by a Jake. All right, all these technological things were invented by Jakes. But what did the white man invent? And he said credit. And everybody started laughing. He's like, no. He's like, just listen now. Listen to what I have to say. The white man invented credit because they went up to the Native Americans and they said, hey, who owns these lands? And the Native Americans were like, nobody. This is nature. It's for all of us. And they said, well, since nobody owns it, then let's just say the white man owns it. All right? And that he was giving credit to himself. You know? And he made a joke and he was like, since I own this land, you guys should get out of my land. You know, and that's exactly how he is with the Negroes, the Latinos, the Native Americans. He looks at the Negroes like, we own this place. We own this earth. At the so-called Mexicans, at the so-called Native Americans. You see, so he's gonna have all of you take that mark. And that word mark means charagma, and it's Strong's G 5480, which means an imprinted or carved mark. All right, an imprinted or carved mark. That word imprint, or that word means to stamp, and that word stamp is to put pressure. You see, so you're really putting pressure into something to inject it into something else. You see, but we're gonna get into that. This is go to Leviticus 19 and 28.
This is Leviticus 19 and 28. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh.
That's right. Don't make any cuttings in your flesh. And like the brother was reading and brought that out in Malachi 4. Let me get there real quick. Malachi 4, chapter 4, verse 4. Remember ye the law of Moses my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel, which are you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, with the statutes and judgments. You see, so that, hey, taking that RFID call, that RFID chip is a judgment call. You see, are you going to take it? Because then you would be going against the Levitical law. You see, if you call yourself an Israelite, you know, you have a lot of these blacks only Israelites. All right, well, if you call yourself an Israelite, are you going to take that RFID chip? No.
Read it again. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh. All right. So you got guys. We had one dude over there in Florida that was part of GMS, and now he said, I think his channel's like XGMS, whatever else he has on there. But he's saying that this is for the dead, which is true. But the spirit, Esau is a dead man, man. So you're making cuttings in your flesh for the dead, man, when you take that chip. Because that chip is going to be by way of being pricked. You're going to be pricked, and blood is going to be drawn, man. And what does blood do? You have to have a blood has to be involved in order for that contract or that covenant, promise, whatever your agreement, blood has to be drawn, man.
That's right.
Okay? When it's for real, in the ancient time, that's how it was. Okay, so Esau knows this. He has to prick you and get into that blood. That's why he draws your blood. He has samples of your blood. He has your DNA, all that shit, because he knows everything starts with the blood. What does the scripture say that life resides in the blood? Okay?
Right.
So it says you shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead. So you're doing this shit for a so-called white man, Esau, man. Your oppressor, your captor, the one that caught you and brought and held you and put you into slavery, man. You Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You know, especially you so-called Mexicans, you Latin tribes, y'all bow down to Esau like a mug, man.
That's right.
It's crazy how y'all bow down, but that's prophecy because the scriptures say Issachar was gonna bear his shoulder to bear and give himself over to tribute, man.
That's right.
You know, so
right.
these so-called Mexicans, the reason you are the way you are is because of that very reason, that prophecy. You haven't broke out of that mentality of being a man of the Lord, man, that stands up against evildoers, against or denounce unrighteousness or evil things, because the Most High hasn't opened that up to you yet. But once He opens you up to that spiritual man, you're gonna be as a man that's on the highways and the byways. You ain't gonna put up with their shit.
That's right.
They're gonna know by looking at you that you're a man that will catch on to bullshit, that will catch on to lies, and they'll know in the back of the head that this man, I'm gonna have to deal with him because he's gonna see through me. The spiritual man will see through bullshit. That's why carnal people can two walk, at least they be agreed.
That's right. That's
Okay?
right.
So that's why us brothers are coming out to the highways and the byways, sounding the alarm, warning you of that coming chip, man, the RFID chip.
That's right.
Because only the spiritual men have the ability to tell you these things, man.
Hey,
And actually warn you of them.
in the movies, all right, when you see movies of what is that? stupid ass movie called something my birthday or some shit like that. But what the movie and the plots are, you know, when you dream and you wake up and then you go through your life and someone that you care for dies or you die, all right, then you go back in time, you know, and you wake up again, you're like, oh shit, I know exactly what's gonna happen. I just saw that yesterday in a kids show. All right, he wakes up, he gets hit by bees, and then he goes downstairs, gets pranked by his sister. All right, then he goes to school and gets hit in the nuts. All right, so he had a shitty day. So he wakes up again, and he's like, nah, hell no, I'm not doing any of that. So he closes his window so the bees don't get him. He goes downstairs and he scares his sister so she won't scare him. Goes to school and he whoops that kid's ass before he gets him. All right, and in all these movies, what they do is they try to correct what's gonna happen. All right, you have all these movies that show you this evil thing that's gonna happen. Final Destination, what do they try to do? They try to correct time. They try to correct things that are gonna happen. All right.
They call like premonitions, time travel.
That's right.
They showed in the Avengers too, the Endgame. They did that.
That's right.
But go ahead with your point.
But Khan, like the brother was saying, man, all these movies that are showing these things, all right, really what it's telling us is like in the movie Matrix, Oracle, which to be an oracle means to be a prophet, all right, a sayer, you know. So she was a prophet. Neo was the one, all right. Then you have Morpheus and Trinity, which were the ones that were following a multitude of people that followed, you know, symbolically would be Yahweh Shai, you know. And then you have the prophets that were preparing the way for that evil man. And who was that evil man? That agent, Smith, which is Esau Edom. You know, he's the one that's infecting this whole world with himself. You know, having everybody look like him, just like the Most High. All right, he wants to be just like the Most High. You see, so in these movies, when they tell you these future events and then they go back in time and they try to correct it, really that's the prophets out in the highways and the hedges telling you of the forthcoming things because we've seen it, because we've dreamt it, because we know it. All right, so we're out here telling y'all what it really is, you know, so you can take heed. You know, if you have a dream that you and your woman or you and your mom are walking across the street and the car hits her, and then you wake up and you're scared and you go about your day and you're walking your mom across the street, what you gonna do? Hey, mom, chill. Let's go around. We don't have to go there today. You're gonna try and prolong that time. You know, that's why the things, like it says in Hebrews 1:1, it was shown to the prophets so the prophet could speak for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to the people, to his people. You know?
I got this real quick. Romans 15 and 15:2. Let every one of us please his neighbor for his good to edification. For even Yahweh Shai Mashiach pleased not himself, but as it is written, the reproaches of them that reproached thee fell on me. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So everything was written for our learning. So once we learn, we tell everyone, our neighbor, for his good to edification. Right. To tell you the things that are coming, the things that are unseen. But through the Spirit, we have seen them. Why? Because we know the scriptures. Right. This is that oracle, like the brother had mentioned. This is the Holy Spirit, man, the Comforter. Okay. You know, this is our blueprint. Okay. This is our crystal ball. This is the Urim and the Thummim. This is what we use to know the future events. Okay. When everybody else is against it. You know, but then they'll have those little moments that, oh yeah, man, see that shit?
Yeah, it always does that. I don't know why.
You know, but you have these people that have these little moments in their life and be like, oh man, you know, the Lord or God, oh man, that's in the Bible. But then, you know what I'm saying? They're not fully though. You know what I'm saying? They're not fully persuaded. They just use it when it's convenient for them, or they're feeling all emotional and shit. You know. Right. But like the brother was saying, everything that was written was for our learning, you know. And so through these we have comfort through the scriptures, man. And we have to go out there and tell the people that want to take heed to it, to you know, to hold on to and to use it to know how to navigate and what to say yes to and no to. And the chip being primarily the subject that we're speaking on is you got to say no to that chip, man. That RFID chip or Veritrip or Verichip, VERI chip, okay? Whatever else Esau, the biometrics or whatever else he has out there, you know, he has all kinds of titles for all kinds of shit. Stay away from it, man. Do not accept it because you're gonna have a horrible death, a horrible punishment. Like the brother brought out Leviticus 19, making no cuttings in your flesh as a breaking of the law, right? Not all sin is worthy of death, though. You know, you have time to get it right. You know, so once you take that chip, though, that's it. There's no that you're sealed. Your fate is done. You're done. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that you broke the law. Okay. So, but don't get it twisted, because cutting your flesh doesn't mean you're automatically gonna be put to death. You know. That's right. You know, some brothers have tattoos. That doesn't mean that they're gonna be put to death. You know. If you take that chip, you will be put to death.
You read that Leviticus 19 again, Baba?
Okay. Leviticus 19 and verse 28. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh.
See, that word cuttings means sharat in the Hebrew, which means an incision, a cut. All right, when you get an incision, all right, that's when you cut your flesh open and you put something inside. You see, like I was mentioning earlier about an imprintment or a stamp is when you put pressure down on something, you know, and that stake, you know, which we'll go into it also in Revelation 13, you know, but that word mark means kwai, which also means an incision and a cut, you see, and an instrument, you see. So we're not supposed to be getting those type of technological things put inside of us, man. You know, the body rejects it automatically, you know.
Yeah, you know, the body is an amazing I don't know what you want to call it, creation by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, because it protects the soul, the spirit, because this is the body. The body is a house for our spirit, man, our soul. You see what I'm saying? So, like the brother said, when something is that doesn't belong in there, you know, the white cells, the blood cells, all those, you know, the red cells, all that, it goes to those things, and it's trying to figure it out, read it, you know. It may even cause confusion within your body, the way it's supposed to naturally fight off infections, viruses, because of that one little device, you know. So there's innumerable things that can happen just based off having that chip in you, but the end result is death by way of fire, man.
My chick, she likes to watch what is it called, Grey's Anatomy. All right, and you have a lot of shows in that show which they're surgeons, you know, where a lot of parts in those shows they'll show you exactly what's going on. They'll have a breakdown of everything, you know. But when they go into a transplant, all right, an organ transplant, all right, say that kid had a liver or a kidney or whatever had to be transplanted from another person, even if it's 100% perfect match, sometimes the body will attack that liver, even if it means to kill itself, you know. So in much likeness, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to look at our people, and if we're not in the way that we should be, all right, if we're not in the right state of mind, if we're going up against Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai of his ways, all right, he's gonna put you to death. All right, like the brother was saying, ultimately that's your punishment, death. All right, in the lake of fire, which is the ICBM missiles. You know, you got that. Can you get that in Exodus 21, and we'll start off at verse 1 of the chapter.
This is Exodus chapter 21, verse 1. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. Who was them? The Israelites. If thou buy an Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing.
Right. And the reason why I had that brother read that is just to make the point that, you know, this right here is pertaining to those old times when Hebrews would buy Hebrews, you know. But what we're gonna get into is there's certain type of piercing that was permitted, that was okay, and there's other type of piercing that will not be allowed. Like the brother was saying, the wages of taking the RFID chip is death. You know?
And going like into circumcision. Abraham cut the flesh.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
But that wasn't the sin. That wasn't going against Yahweh Shai's law. Okay. So like the brother saying, you know, people say, oh wait, the Bible y'all contradict you. No, man, there's an unrighteous thing, there's an unrighteous. Righteous and unrighteousness. So it says, going back to Exodus 21:3, if he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife and shall have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her masters.
Right now, you look at this life, we're all in captivity, man. We're all slaves. All right, so really, yeah, Esau allowed you to get married. All right, Esau allowed you to get a woman. He allowed you to do all these things that you're doing right now. You know, but like the brother's gonna be going into, all right, you have to make a choice. Whether it's Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai or your kid, all right, or your wife. It might come down to that. And we have to be prepared. We have to not be ignorant of Esau's devices.
And you got to remember that, like the brother said, here it's referring how Israelites are supposed to deal with Israelites.
That's right.
Now, you go into the time of Pharaoh, right, the Hamites, he didn't want to let the Israelites go, right? They were there, what, 400 years? Captivity, slavery, hard bondage. So that shit was way overdue, expired, man.
That's right.
So they broke the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Why do you think he jacked them up so much? Because they had far exceeded that, you know, that order.
That's right.
And they continued to lay sore strokes upon the people, the Israelites. You see? So it's the same thing here, man. The heathens are not gonna do that. They're not gonna let go of an Israelite. They're not gonna let you go free with your woman. You watch some of these movies about when the northern kingdom or the southern kingdom were put into captivity over here. They would take the woman and the children away from the mother, the children from the mother, the father, and the wife away from the husband, and vice versa. And they'll be split up. Like I watched a movie on Netflix too. I think Netflix or Hulu, called The Book of the Negroes, when they were bringing the Israelites from over to the west borders of Africa, man. Well, there was a woman that, you know, she was a little child when she was put into captivity, and she met a man. She was in love with him. They split him up, you know. That's what Esau's doing. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Esau's doing that same shit, that wicked shit. You know, kidnapping, human trafficking. He did it not too long ago over here on the Mexican border, when he took the kids away from the parents, man. You know, right. It's written in history that you're a murderer, you're a thief. You rape, rob, and kill and destroy. And you did it recently. You're caught red-handed, man.
That's right.
You cannot escape the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Being sought out, you're being found out, being naked. All right, you're being seen for who you really are. That damn devil.
Yeah, and then like it said, if his master have given him a wife, she have borne him sons or daughters. The wife and her children shall be her masters, and he shall go out by himself.
And what's one of the biggest battles that we have to face when you're in the truth? All right, a woman. A woman is one of the biggest battles. She's trying to do her own thing. All right, no, I want to go do this. I want to celebrate Mother's Day. I want to go do it for the kids. And I told her, I was like, yo, when was the last time you remember a fucking Easter bunny celebration that you had? Well, I don't. Exactly. So how are you doing it for the kids if you don't even remember? I don't remember that shit growing up. You know, that stuff is not important, man. You know, you have to make sure that your priority is set straight in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, yeah, you have worldly priorities, taking care of your woman, taking care of your kids, your bills, what have you. All right, but ultimately it should be Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai all the way, man. You know, like Mark, like Matthew. All right, they all said the apostles would ask Yahweh Shai, "Hey, we left all these things for you," and Yahweh Shai answered, "You didn't leave anything for me. Really, you gained. You know what happened to Job? Job lost his woman because she was being like the other women. You know, foolish. He lost his kids. And what happened at the end? Job was even more rich than he was before.
He was increased, you know, double, you know, because of his faithfulness, you know what I'm saying? This is Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple and knoweth nothing. And you have to understand that, man, because these women will bring you to that state of going off, man. They'll bring you down.
That's right.
They'll destroy you.
That's right. Hey, and truth will prevail, man. You know, like it says in 1 Ezra, the truth is stronger than a woman. A woman, her, just by moving her finger, she made a king move. She slapped the king and took his crown, and he didn't do a damn thing about it. But the truth is stronger than a woman. It will prevail. So if you hearken to your woman more than Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, then guess what? The truth is still going to prevail over you. All right, let no man take thy crown. You see?
The scriptures say, not in the book of Sirach, not to let your wife or your children have power over you, or anything have power over you.
That's right.
Going to Exodus 21:5, and if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever.
That's right. Hey, that word awl and that word bore, all right, it's really an instrument that you use to make that. All right, it's the same instrument that's going to be used in the time of the RFID chip. You know, which I actually have a picture of it. Let's see if I can get it. All right, but that instrument is going to be used in order to put that idol inside of you. You know? That
device. Yeah. And the word device, when you go into that word, vice is means like, you know, basically like a vice is like a wickedness or a trickery. You know? So that device that he's putting in you, it's like you're basically taking in a whole different spirit, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you have to understand that that thing is tangible, but also spiritual.
See it. Come on.
Okay.
You can barely see it.
That's a device that they're going to be using.
Yep. Come on.
That's a device that they're going to be using in order to pierce your skin. And inside of that board, like it said in Exodus 21:5, that awl, all right, that instrument that they're going to use is really a instrument that's cut out, all right, circle. Like when you go to, you know, when I used to work on engines, I wanted to bore my engine. And that means is that they use a machine to round out the place where you put the heads of the engine. So you use that bore instrument to make it wider. Well, they're going to use that bore instrument to really make a hole inside of your skin, all right, an incision to put something inside, which would be that RFID chip, the mark of the beast. No? So we'll get back in.
You're done with the Exodus?
Come on.
Okay. Leviticus 19 too?
Come on. So we'll go back to Revelations 13. But like I said, that servant, all right, said, I'm not going to go out free because he wants his children. He wants his wife. He wants to have this life. He's too stuck to this world, all right, using that in the sense of what is to come, you know. But Yahweh Shai said, he that doesn't, all right, hate his mother, his father, and his son and his wife and his children also, and his life also, then you can't be a disciple of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, so count your cost, like the scriptures say. All right, count your losses, man. Don't just count your blessings, count your losses. When you come into this truth, I might lose my jobs, I might lose my house, I might lose my women or my woman, I might lose my children, my car, I might be walking in the streets. It might be difficult. All right, that's how it was for Job. You see, Job went through some shit, man. You know, and the whole time he stayed faithful to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. While his friends, that's why it's also very important to be a brother. That's part of the law, to be a good brother, not just any type of brother. You know, you can't just say brother with your lips and say that's it. You know, because those people that Job called his friends, his brothers, hey, they were over there like, well, you're wicked. You're doing shit wrong. You know?
This is James chapter 5, verse 10. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. You have heard the patience of Job, and have seen the end of Yahushua. That Yahweh is very pitiful and of tender mercy.
That's right. That's right. And in this land of captivity, Yahushua would be like Django, all right? And his woman would be Israel, you know? And what did Django do? He went and he killed every single dude that stood in his way. And that's how Yahushua is when he's going to come back, man. All right, so all of us that endured through all afflictions, all right, through fear and trembling of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, knowing that he is a faithful power, all right, those are the ones that are going to be beamed up to those chariots, so-called UFOs.
And and the elect is going to be fed, like I was going to finish in Isaiah 65. You know, his servants are going to eat, man. They're not going to, they're not going to be hungry. They're going to eat. They're not going to be thirsty. They're going to drink.
That's right.
Everybody else is going to be thirsty and hungry, you know, but because of the elect being faithful, you know, in the hour of temptation and rejecting these things, the RFID chip primarily being the one, they're going to be granted these gifts, these you know, these refreshments, whatever you want to call it,
right.
These blessings, like Ezekiel or Elijah. Elijah was ran out from by what was her name? Not Delilah. That was Samson. Jezebel, right? And what happened? He went into a cave, and the Lord would send birds to give him, you know, food, man, and water to drink. So the animals were aiding Elijah in that time when he was being afflicted. You know, he ran for his life. You know, he was a fugitive. He was wanted by Jezebel and you know, the false prophets. King Ahab was the king at the time.
Yeah, that book, oh man, which one was it where Daniel was in the den? It was in the Apocrypha?
Yeah, the lions. It was the dragon and Bel.
And the Dragon Con. Well, I had reread it, all right, and see if I could catch anything that I missed the first time. Well, when that prophet was taken to Daniel, he gave Daniel that food, you know, and Daniel was hungry, obviously, you know, but Yahweh Hashem Yahushai found a way, you know, the Israelites in the desert.
It was Habakkuk. Habakkuk is the one that was sent to give Daniel the lions that food, man.
Right.
To shut the mouths of the lions in the den.
That's right. And what happened? The Lord told Habakkuk, hey, go feed Daniel. He's over there in Babylon. And he was like, well, Lord, I don't know where the hell Babylon is at, you know? Where is Babylon? Who is Babylon? All right? It might be in that time where, hey, Daniel chapter 12, all right? The angels are going to be even helping out, man. That's how terrible it's going to be in those times, you know?
They're going to have to help. They're going to have to help, man. You know what I'm saying? And it is going to happen.
That's right.
You know, so the Lord ain't going to leave the elect out hungry, man, the cold. Because of you giving up certain things, presenting your body, living sacrifice, you know, and choosing the Lord over the world. The Lord is gonna protect you and keep you. Everybody else is gonna be hurting, man. They're gonna be worried about feeding their own belly, man.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
especially you women. Revelations 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
That's right, man. Hey, like we were speaking of it earlier, you know, no man is gonna buy or sell with philosophy. All right, no man's gonna buy or sell with an embargo code. All right, because it has to hold certain information about you. You know, they might deem you to be a certain person, and if they need you, all right, they're gonna know exactly where you're at. You see, and that RFID chip is a tracking device as well. So it's all in one. You know how we would say, all in one. So everything inside the RFID chip defines who you are. You know?
It identifies
That's
who
right.
you are, man. You know what I'm saying? And Esau is so he's violated the privacy of people here in America and other nations, other countries, man. You know, he watches you through surveillance cameras here. They call Big Brother with, you know, I don't think they have cameras up here. No, that's a sensor.
That's a spiritual thing too, man. Who is Big Brother? All right, who's Jacob's big brother? Esau Edom. All right, Esau is Big Brother. So yeah, he's trying to be like the Most High, man. And he's got everything, like the brother's saying, everything is wired, man.
Yeah.
You know, in that movie Matrix, when Neo lost his sight and he went into that city, all right, he couldn't see anything, but he could see the what is it called, like the electricity, the power from within his eyes, and all he saw was light everywhere.
Yeah.
So he called it Light City, all right. But really, whenever you're seeing it through the camera, everything is dark. You just see, all right, lightning, but everything is dark. But to him, it was Light City because he could see everything that was in there, man. You know, not walking by sight, but with faith. You know. Go ahead, bro.
Well, I got one here in Habakkuk. I want to bring. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him,
right.
but the just shall live by faith, by his faith.
That's right.
So the one that his soul is lifted up in him is not right. That's Esau, man. Okay, because it's gonna go into it here. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And how is he doing that? By technology, man.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
like real quick in Leviticus 19, all right, made no cuttings in the flesh for the dead. And the brother just read that Esau Edom is the dead man. All right. So what were you gonna say, bro?
But like I was gonna say, how does he keep everybody together like that? You know, not just allowing people to come here in America, but also by your ID, your birth certificate, all these different nodes, these IDs. Okay, that's how he keeps you. He keeps track of you. Like I was talking about this privacy issue. You know, everything has a privacy. You know, rules and regulations to everybody. You know, you have some form of privacy, but why do you have to have rules and regulations on your privacy? Nobody should be fucking with you, period. Right. Nobody should be knowing shit about you, period. But this man wants to be in his nose in every fucking thing.
That's right.
He wants to be right there. Everywhere you look, he's right there looking at you. It's just like at work. I swear, man, Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, a fucking Edomite is in y'all, man.
That's right.
It's like in the movie Matrix when Agent Smith, he has the ability to go into hop into different people. I see that same shit. Like you got so-called Latinos acting like a goddamn white man, watching you all the time, looking at you, you know, just constantly just watching what you're doing, man.
That's right.
That's what Esau's doing. That's what it's talking about here. And how's he gonna ultimately do it? By way of that chip, man. When he puts that chip on, you cannot hide from him. You will not hide from him. The Lord don't need to do that shit. He knows his creation. He knows every song. What the scriptures say? We brought it out last weekend. That he knows every star has his name, man. Every star has a name in heaven, man. He knows every star.
That's right.
He knows everything. He knows the amount, the weight of the sand of the sea, the water. He knows the depth of the earth. You know, all the breadth of the earth, all that, man. You know, Esau has to use these tangible things to calculate you, man. Now, the Apple phone or the watches, they can track how your heart rate is and all that shit. The Lord don't need to do none of that shit. He placed your heart in. He placed your spirit in. He knows how you're gonna die, when you're gonna come in, when you're gonna go out, man.
That's right.
He knows all these things. But Esau, like I said, yea, also because he transgressed by wine. What is that wine? His philosophy, his doctrine, his ideologies, his things that he comes up with. And he's transgressed by way of that RFID chip. And he knows it. Why is it that the Bible was written thousands and thousands of years ago, and here in 2019, he's the man that's pushing the RFID chip, man? There's no coincidence. That's not no coincidence. This is a real life thing, man. Prophecy. The spirit of prophecy is contained in this book, man. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And how is he gonna heap unto him all people? By getting you Negro Latinos and Native American Indians and your other nations the RFID chip, man.
That's right.
That's the ultimate way. And people be saying that. People be saying it. Just chip them. If you want to know where these terrorists are, you capture them, you let them go. You want to know, all you got to do is chip them. People say that. Just track them. Put a tracking device in them. You know?
Right. This is, let me get this real quick. This is Mark 12:17. And Yahushua answering said unto them, render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua the things that are Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's. And they marveled on it. Let me get this real quick over here in John 8:44. It says, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your fathers will ye do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. All right, so give to Esau Edom what belongs to Esau Edom. All right, you 2/3, you know, for that time being, because ultimately, you know, all Israel is going to be saved. All right, but give unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua what belongs to him, which really what belongs to Esau Edom is death and destruction. All right, being cut away permanently. You know.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna come by way of that fire, man. Thermonuclear destruction, the ICBM missiles, and he's actually gonna try to fight with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the Lord of Hosts, the Lord of Sabaoth, when he cracks them clouds, man.
That's right.
And the whole time he's like, yeah, I got certain people chipped. They're coming with me, you know, and they're gonna die. They're gonna be cast into that pit with them. You're gonna die. Where the false prophet is, the dragon, you're gonna reside there with them, man. You are that dragon. That dragon is what? You're the NATO, your whole system, man. Your chip is gonna be there. The ones that you chipped are gonna be there. They're all gonna be here in the land of America, lit up as matches, man, as wood to the flame, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's a fearful thing, man. You know, it's, man, if you see yourself getting hurt or something, you're gonna try and prevent it. You know, that's just something that everybody goes through. You know, you see a sharp object, you're not gonna go over there and step on it, or you're gonna go around it. You know, and that's the way that the scriptures are teaching our people. You know, these are the things, these are the wages of you going up against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Death, destruction. All right, he can come down himself and slap you in the cheek and make that shit feel like 10,000 years. You know, he'll make every single molecule, atom, every single piece of skin you have feel that one impact that he did. You know, like the brother had brought out the other day, saying that you may lay down in that floor, but you'll have that spirit still inside you. All right, and you'll still feel it. You know, growing up If you did something that you weren't supposed to and your mom slapped your cheek or she gave you a whooping,
Yeah.
all right, you go to your room and you'll cry your ass off and you'll try to go to sleep and that part will feel hot.
Yeah.
It'll feel hot, all right? And that's exactly what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is trying to do, man. All right, he's trying to teach our people. If you won't listen by word, you'll listen through action, all right? And that disciplinary action that he's gonna take is through burning this whole entire place, man, through the ICBM missiles. See?
The ass whooping, man, you get hit with the belt on your ass and it hits the flesh. That shit stings, and that, like the brother said, you know, getting slapped in the face, you know, whatever, that's gonna leave a burning sensation. And
right.
it's a reminder. That little chastisement, that's a reminder of what you did wrong. But the Lord said, why shall I stricken thee more and more for your rebellious house? So he's gonna do it what? By way of fire now, man. He's done fucking playing with you people, man.
He's done winking at it. I mean, he's done, all right, going through some shit. It's not gonna be like that anymore. It's either you get right or you get right.
Life and death now.
Like I wish I said, either you're with me or you're against me. You know, there's no in between. You know, there's no neutrality. What is it? So there's none of that, man. You're either in this truth, you abide in the truth, or you're like Esau, Edom, your father, the devil, that was a murderer from the beginning, and you don't abide in the truth. You know?
You don't abide in the truth because why? Because you're none of his. You're none of Yahweh Shai's, man. You know, and it's scary. That's a scary thing too, to know that, to find out that the Lord ain't dealing with you, that the Lord really doesn't love you. And when we had to tell somebody that why you say the Lord don't love you, because well, you commit adultery. Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I can fuck other women. That dude, he don't have to know about it. Well, guess what? The Lord don't love you, man. The Lord's gonna kill your ass for that.
That's right.
Because you had that attitude in your mind. Your spirit is like that, man. You're accustomed to evil. The Lord's gonna kill you, man.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
So you're none of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's, man. A lot of you people, you self-proclaimed Christians, y'all think the Lord is with you. The Lord ain't with y'all people, man. The Lord ain't even with America, man. The Lord is against America.
That's right.
The Lord is against Mexico. The Lord is against Canada, Hawaii, Europe, fucking Japan,
right.
Russia. The Lord's against all these nations, man. He's even against Israel. He's not against the elect. He's not against Israel's not all Israel, man. He's for the elect of the Israelites, man. That's who he's for. But the rest of Israel, he's against.
That's right.
He's against all nations, man. He's only looking for that small remnant, man, the elect that are gonna stand true, firm unto the very end. Matter of fact, get that in second Esdras and verse or chapter 2, verse 38. Because those are the ones that are gonna remain faithful to the very end, man, and they're gonna reject all the things that are gonna be presented and offered unto them. You know, that are when they're put into the prison for 10 days, when the devil shall try you, right? The Revelations, right? So go ahead.
And also decisions, man, in the land of Jehoshaphat, which means Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh judges. All right, he's gonna judge the nations. He's against wickedness. All right. You said 2nd Esdras 2 and 38. The 2nd Esdras chapter 2, verse 38. Arise up and stand. Behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Right, the sealed. The elect have to be sealed, according to Revelation chapter 7, man. Before that great evil day comes by way of fire, man.
That's right.
Okay, it's in the midst of all that, the R5D is being played out, but the elect are also being sealed up. Go ahead.
It says, verse 39, which are departed from the shadow of the world.
Which are departed from the shadow of the world, because this place is full of what? Gross darkness, of ignorance. They ignore the truth. They ignore Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
They ignore their power, man. they ignore Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's message that he has sent out to give them mercy. This is a sign of mercy to a lot of you people, man. This is love that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is showing, man. But it's also a witness against your evil deeds, your evilness, man. Go ahead.
It says, let me reread verse 39. 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 39. Which are departed from the shadow of the world and have received glorious garments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Take thy number, O Sion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
They have fulfilled the law and that are shut up, man. Meaning that they're protected. They're sealed. Because they rejected the world, man. They rejected everything for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man, for the gospel, for the other brothers, man. The Akim. Go ahead.
It says, verse 41, the number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled.
The Lord longest for, man. So he can't wait for his father to give him the green light to come and deliver his purchase, you know, his what did we say? The item that he purchased, man, which is what? Israel, man, the elect.
That's right.
That's who he's coming back to redeem, to deliver, to rescue.
That's right. And Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is so much more, like the scriptures say. All right, whatever your thoughts are, his are much higher. You know? So just imagine about the love. If you love a certain way, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai loves a whole lot more. All right, so when you buy something online, say you buy a skateboard or you buy some shoes online, and you're like, damn man, I can't wait till that thing comes in. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is the same way. Yahushai looking at his elect, at his people, like, man, I can't wait till I get my people back. All right. So back in 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 41, the number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Beseech the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, that the people which have been called from the beginning may be hallowed.
Be holy, man, separate, right? Because the elect are going to be separate from the rest of the world, man. They're in their own world. That's why some people don't even see us, man. They could be driving by and look at us, but they don't really see us, because we're in our own world. This is a development of a new kingdom, man. Lord willing, I'm part of that number, the house of David, man. The Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is starting with the first fruits, the predestined from the foundation of the earth, of a new rulership, man.
That's right. That's right.
And at the same time, we're out here telling you about the main instrument that Esau's going to use to destroy you people, man. The RFID chip, the radio frequency identification chip, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, verse 42, I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Sion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praise Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai with songs.
We're all praising him with songs, man. By what? The gospel. This is that new song, man. Breaking it down to you know?
It says, verse 43, and in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
They have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal clothing. What is the immortal? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man.
That's right.
This is your spiritual garment, man. Your spiritual protection, your hedge of protection. And they had confessed the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai in the world, man, before the face of our enemy.
That's right.
Okay? And that's the name of the Father and the Son in the Paleo Hebrew. Go ahead.
It says, now are they crowned and receives palms.
And now are they crowned and have received palms. Right? Hold that and bring out this one. Read that one more time, Salaki.
It says, continuing on verse 45, it says, they be they that have put off mortal clothing
Right. They be they that put off the mortal clothing.
and put on immortal.
The mortal clothing represents your prior life, the way you walked according to the ways of the beast. All right, of America, the so-called white man, or the other nations, the Hamites, the Ammonites, the Moabites.
That's right.
Okay,
Con.
and they put on the immortal,
And have confessed the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai,
and they confessed the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, meaning that they presented their bodies a living sacrifice, bold as a lion, coming out to the highways and the byways, man, preaching. Go ahead.
now are they crowned
Now are they crowned,
and receive palms.
and they receive palms. Why are they crowned? Because they stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They rejected the world, man.
That's right.
I'm gonna read it now. Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. You see?
right.
So we're gonna be tried, and what's that ultimate device that Esau's gonna use to try you? The RFID chip, man, which is known in the Bible as the mark of the beast, or 666, which is
right.
the number of a man,
That's right.
which is Esau's creation, which is started with the RFID chip. The Social Security birth certificate, but the barcode, the fingerprint system. Then you got your IDs, your driver license. That has a number attached to it. That has a barcode attached to it.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Even owners of iPhones, Apple ID. All right, it has all your information in there, your debit card, how old you are, and everything, man. This whole system revolves around eyes and ears. All right.
And those eyes and ears are of Esau, man, the so-called
right.
white man. He wants to know everything. Okay, but you're gonna be tried, and to some of you brothers, you're gonna be tried, man. Speak to ourselves first and foremost that we're gonna be tried. But we have to retain our integrity towards Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to receive that crown of life. Okay, go ahead. That one. Second address too.
Let it go. Second address
2:44. Because Esau thinks he's gonna hold that crown forever, man. Like it says in Isaiah 47, she shall sit as a lady forever. That's not the case, man. He can think it all he wants, but that's where Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is gonna come with that surprise attack, man.
2. That's right.
All right, and that he's gonna fall upon his pate, upon his head, man.
That's right. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Now are they crowned
Right,
and
so
receive palms.
They don't need the RFID chip. They don't need the mark of the beast, the radio frequency identification chip that's soon to be implemented here in America. That's part of that immortal clothing. Because all we need is this word, the gospel, man, the comforter, man.
That's right.
The Habakkuk Kodash. That's all we need to gain access, to gain the blessing, to gain the crown of life, the victory. Okay, Esau has to see it with his eyes, man. He has to know that he has the people in his grasp, like an eagle has his talons around its prey. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai don't get down like that. He don't need to do that. All he has to do is speak it, and it's gonna happen. He'll perform his word, man, whether it be life or death. He ponders the way of man's heart, according to the book of Proverbs.
That's right.
He directed the paths of men. How does it say about the king's heart? That he basically he stirs up the king's hearts, the minds of the king. He controls it. He governs them, man.
That's right. See what happened to the king of Babylon. All right. thought that he had some type of saying and doing and own will type of deal like the Christians feel. All right, I rule my own self. I rule this place. I made this place. I did this happen. All right, what did Yahweh Shem Yahushai do? Prove this point. All right, and afterward, then he was hollowed by that man. All right, because that truth came out. You know, and like it says in Habakkuk, whether you hear or forbear. You know, but then will you know that there was a prophet among you. All right, but these things that are coming to pass, they will come to pass, man. Though it seems like it tarries. All right, they're gonna come to pass, and this RFID chip will be presented, you know, and it is the mark of the beast.
Yeah, the RFID chip is that mark, man. And like the brothers was going into, how it's gonna be pierced into you. Okay, that blood has to be drawn, man, in order for that covenant, that agreement between you and that man and his device to be solidified in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and in his eyes. Even within witchcraft, like witchery and all that shit, they have to draw blood. Blood has to be drawn. You know?
That's right.
Blood has to be drawn in a lot of things, man. You know, even when you take a woman in her virginity, blood is drawn. Because that's that agreement. That's that what consummates a man and a woman to be husband and wife, man.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So Esau knows of these things. Okay? Go ahead.
And what was Moses' wife? She might not have been an Israelite, but the child was. And what did she have to do to the child? Circumcision. And what did she say to Moses? Now you're a bloody husband to me. All right? Because that was that covenant that we had with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know? It was Second Esdras, back at Second Esdras, chapter 2 and verse 46. Then said I unto the angel, what young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands?
All right, so it's going to go into where it said, who is this tall man? This tall young man. Go ahead.
It says, then he answered and said unto me, it is the son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to command them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
So that man that was handing out them crowns and them palms, that palm represents peace. All right? That was Yahweh Shai, man. He was our big brother that came and rescued us, man. And rescued the elect. Because they endured all these afflictions, all these atrocities, calamities, all these trials, tests, these tribulations. First, the most important one being that RFID chip, man. They overcame the beast. They overcame the world, man.
That's right.
They cast away the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life. Because the pride of life, lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes is what's gonna get you and cause you to get the chip, man. Like the brother's saying, if you can't cast off your woman, your children, your jobs, or would be willing to do those things, you ain't gonna be able to resist that chip. That's point blank, period, man.
That's right.
You gotta know, like, we don't know everything. You know, some brothers will be like, man, I just want to quit this job, but I can't. I'm that example. But Lord willing, when that day comes, when it has to really happen, it's gonna it has to be done. You know, because right now I have to get my daily bread. I have to pay the bills. I'm subject to payments. I could choose not to do that. I could not have. I don't have to have payments. I could let that shit go, whatever. Just get a cab, or pick me up, whatever I gotta do. But I'm not gonna be living no beggar's life. The scriptures tell you not to do that. But what I'm trying to say is that when that day comes, you have to know when to let go, man.
That's right.
You have to let the shit go. If not, you will take the chip, man. And you won't be as when we're reading about the elect. We're already seeing what the elect are gonna go through, man. And they're gonna be spoken of. Right now, we ain't receiving no kind of honor. You know? I shouldn't even be tripping about my fucking job. Those motherfuckers, they don't wanna acknowledge my work ethic or whatever I gotta bring to the table. And fuck them, man. Lord willing, the Lord's looking at me for what I do, and He's gonna and brothers and men that are gonna be renowned men, great men, we're gonna be speaking of one another, man.
That's right.
That's what they're doing right there. Go ahead. Because they resisted the devil, man. They didn't take none of his bullshit. They weren't ignorant of Satan's devices, man.
It says 2 Ezra chapter 2 verse 47, and he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of Yahweh whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them.
He greatly commended them, man. Meaning that he started speaking well and acknowledging their boldness. Go ahead.
That stood so stiffly.
That they stood so stiffly.
For the name of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai.
So they were rooted and planted in this truth, man. They knew what they got themselves involved and they were going to ride with that to the end. Scriptures say, strive for the truth till death and the Lord shall fight for thee.
That's right.
Who was there with right now in this vision, man? You have to have vision. You have to see this. Who was there? Yahweh Shai is there with them. So it's already happened, man. Like talking about time travel and all that. All this it's already happened.
That's right.
It's just you understand what I'm trying to say? Like we're waiting for it to happen, but at the same time it's already happened because it's written, man.
That's right.
It's there in black and white. The inspired words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right. Going into those movies, that's what happened in the Matrix as well. All right. The Oracle would always tell Neo, if he would say, "Well, why do I have to do that?" And she would say, "You're not here. All right, you're not here to make a choice. You already made the choice.
Yeah.
You just have to figure out why."
Yeah.
All right. So we're here telling you why you have to make the choice to follow Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Salvation, love,
and let the Lord do the rest, man.
That's right.
Let the Lord do the rest. He's gonna guide you. You know, He's gonna guide you. Because we don't know from here to the next hour or tomorrow, man. But as long as you receive this truth, you come in, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You don't worry about nothing else. The Lord's gonna guide you. That's what He's saying.
That's right. That's right. In that Dragon Ball Z, you have Goku that gained the Ultra Instinct. All right, which means he couldn't be touched. You know, that's the same way the elect are gonna be receiving that spirit, man. All right, that spirit. They shouldn't be touched with the things of this world. You know, going back and trying to go back into spiritual Egypt. You see, going back into the world, sticking firmly, like it says, for the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
This is 2 Ezra 16 and 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O you my beloved, saith Yahweh. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So you gotta have faith in that though, man. Because the Lord is telling us what He's gonna do. Like those who were reading, the brothers, the elect, they were giving crowns and palms in their hands because why? They stood so stiffly for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. They put their trust in Him, man. Right. They trusted Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And in return, Yahweh Shai saw that, He delighted in that, and He did exactly what they believed He said He would do.
Right. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 and 8. They shall judge the nations, talking about the elect. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their power shall reign forever. They that have put their trust in Him shall understand the truth.
Yeah, they that put their trust in Him, they shall understand the truth, man.
And such as be faithful in love and shall abide with Him, for grace and mercy is to His saints, and He hath care for His elect.
Those are the ones that are going to receive that crown, that victory, to be in peace with Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, to reign and rule forever and ever, man.
That's right.
Because they trusted Him first, man. Those are those first fruits, the predestined from the foundations of the earth, man. It's like Jeremiah, before the Lord knew him, before he was formed in the womb, the Lord already knew him.
That's right.
In the spirit.
Oh, this is verse 10. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous forsaken.
They neglected what the Lord was conveying to them by way of the prophets, man.
And forsaken Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
And they forsook Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. As I read in Isaiah 65 as well, they forsook the Lord and prepared the table for that truth.
That's right.
And the drink offering unto that number. Is there a little bit more on that one you're at? What's up? I think there's probably a little bit more after that one. I want to finish the rest in that second Esdras though too.
Yeah, I got it. It says, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 11. For whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable.
You're going to be in a miserable state, gnashing of teeth, according to the scripture, man. That fire is going to be a fervent heat, man. It's going to melt your ass away. While you stand, it says your eyes are going to melt out of your holes, man. Your tongue's going to be melt away out of your hole, man, your mouth. But if the spirit is going to reside there, though, man, the Lord's going to leave that spirit there to feel that pain, to be electrified. You're going to feel all forms of different sensations, man. Cold, hot. You're going to feel like laughing, but then you're crying. You're going to be bugging the fuck out, man.
Right.
You ain't going to know what to do. Shaking. It's like when in the cartoons, when they see a character grabs a cord, electricity, and he gets electrocuted, and all you see is that the body shake, getting tossed up in the air, and all you see is the bones. That's how y'all people are, man. Y'all gonna be shook, man. Y'all gonna be struck with ultimate power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right. It says, and their hope is vain.
And your hope is gonna be vain because you trusted in men. The scriptures say not to put your trust in men, man, or not to put your trust in your own flesh, or make a man your arm, your strength. To put your trust in an unfaithful man in a time of trouble is like having a joint out of its place. How are you gonna stand up and walk, man? When you're how, man? But that comes with faith, because you look at what you see and you see that as being strength or power, because you see somebody with muscles, or they got the military might, or the most money. Most High will destroy all that shit, man. That's right. And you see it right now. The Lord destroys it. He don't have to do nothing. Thieves come and take it away. Rust destroys it. The moth will eat it away. The grasshopper, the locust will eat it away. You see what I'm saying? The Lord don't have to come down here and destroy the shit. He sends out his forerunners to do that. The water will destroy a tornado. Just like this morning, the tornado hit San Angelo. It was tearing up shit over there, man. I don't know if exactly, I haven't really looked back into it, but they had buildings were collapsed. Of course, trees were thrown down. 90% of San Angelo was without electricity.
I think I heard something about that. There was a big flood over there too.
Yeah, you get flooding. That's the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai destroying Satan's town. And I labeled that fucking city Satan's town because the Most High gave it over. Why? Because you rejected the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that was pronounced unto you, man.
That's right.
When we're going out there, still going out there, but back then it was at a high rate of the Lord putting that urgency on you, man. But y'all rejected it. So now that place is catching nothing but straight fucking hell, man. Murders all the time, people getting put to death over there. Drug addicts, bombs, it's crazy over there, man. That's because of you being rejecting, and you're putting your hope is in vain.
That's right.
You think you're all badass because you got that's one thing I notice about people. People think they're real hard on their cars and shit. They think they're all high and mighty. It's like going back in the ancient times, people that had horses. That's why there's a saying, get off your high horse. Motherfuckers in their cars, they think they're hot. They're big, tough guys. But when they come walking by here, they're all, oh shit, let me come around, man. I'm sorry, sir. But when they're fucking cars, they want to be dogging it and blasting their music. They're really bitches, man. They're really punks.
That's right.
They're little boys, man. Your hope is in vain. You put your trust in fucking Jesus Cristo. You know, Santa Maria Guadalupe, Santa Muerte, your witchcraft, your curanderos, all that bullshit is vain, man.
That's right.
Some of you think your mom has power, that your mom can save you from everything that you come across? No, man. Go ahead.
It says their labels unfruitful.
Your labors are unfruitful, man. And what are your labors? No, there ain't none. Because you ain't. What are you laboring for? For your own self. There's a scripture in the book of Sirach where it goes into how a man that's given leisure, how he'll be increasing wisdom and understanding and learning. And it goes down speaking about people that have crafts in the world, but they won't be sought after for counsel. They won't rule in the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But the man that was given leisure, that was seeking out wisdom, he's the one that's going to have the ability and the chance to rule and to be asked for counsel. I'm not going to go for counsel with somebody at my job. The only thing I'm going to speak to that motherfucker about is what pertains to that job, but not what pertains to my life or why I'm going through what I'm going through in my life. I'm gonna talk to a brother that is fighting for the same cause and has an understanding of what we're going through.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, and their works unprofitable. Their wives are foolish, and their children wicked. Their offspring is cursed. Wherefore, blessed is the barren that is undefiled, which hath not known the sinful bed. She shall have fruits in the visitation of souls. Blessed is the eunuch, the eunuch, which with his hands has wrought no iniquity, nor imagined wicked things against our power.
See, and that's a treasure in itself, man. That's a great thing when the Lord does not impute sin upon you, man. You know, like I said, a eunuch that has not what did it say? The eunuch that hasn't what?
Which with his hands hath not wrought iniquity.
He has not brought iniquity, sin, man, a transgression. Go ahead.
It says, nor imagined wicked things against our power.
Yeah, nor imagine wicked things against our power like the rest of the world does, man. They'll say, oh, there ain't no God. Right? But before coming across a brother, they believed in Jesus Christ. But because they heard the truth, like, oh man, there ain't no God, that Bible's fake. But hours later, they were talking to somebody about the Bible, quoting scriptures. But because the Spirit, they really came up against a real man of the Lord, the Spirit of the Lord revealed them, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, for unto him shall be given the special gift of faith.
The special gift of faith, which is a gift from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and none else can give it to you.
And an inheritance in the temple of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
See, that crown of life, that victory. But read up the sentence a little bit before that.
It says, for unto him shall be given the special gift of faith.
But unto him shall be given the special gift of faith, man. You gotta have faith and believe that what we're saying is the truth. That what the Lord has written in the scriptures is the truth. Not everybody's gonna believe. Not everybody can believe. They can agree, but that doesn't mean they believe or they fully persuaded in their mind that that's the truth or that's really gonna happen. Because if you knew that was really gonna happen, that fear, that should move you to find some form of protection. No guns, none of that shit's gonna help you combat against Esau or the Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's death angels that are coming upon this earth. It's your faith that's what's gonna stop a lot of these things to keep you alive.
It says, and an inheritance in the temple of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, more acceptable to his mind.
See, because we're joint heirs to Yahushua, so we're gonna inherit what Yahushua inherits, man. We're gonna be in the temple with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Read Revelation chapter 22. It goes into that, man. Or Revelation chapter 21, where it talks about the city, how beautiful it looks, and how Yahushua is gonna be our sun and the moon. our light.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 15, for glorious is the fruit of good labors, and the root of wisdom shall never fall away.
Yeah, the root of wisdom shall never fall away. But the wicked shall be uprooted, like we read in Malachi 4. Because that great day that burneth like an oven's coming, man.
That's right.
And a lot of you people that take that RFID chip, or you agree with the beast, you agree with America, you're going to be cast into that lake of fire as well, man.
That's right.
And the lake of fire is going to be right here in this geographical location called America, man.
That's right.
It ain't no mythical place where you're going to be burning for eternity with the red devil. All right?
Hey,
That's Greek and Roman mythology, man.
That's right. That's right.
Has nothing to do with the Bible. The Bible deals with realistic things.
That's right. Brother had brought out the point where Genesis explains everything that was created. You know, it never said it stored a place called hell. It never said it made a place called lake of fire where the devil. It never said any of that, man. All right, so it's symbolic for the destruction that is coming.
And hell, when you go into the word hell in the Greek, is a Hades, which means the grave. So where do you go? You go back to the earth, man. That's all it is.
That's right.
But the man is the one that perverts the words and gospel and the good news of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, and gets you people bugged out and believing a whole different thing that has nothing to do with the truth.
That's right. It says, verse 16, as for children of adulterers, they shall not come into their perfection, and the seed of the unrighteous bed shall be rooted out.
Yeah, so you are of your fathers, man. So you're all coming back in the reincarnation, and you're not gonna come to your perfection. Esau's not gonna meet that RFID chip to its fullness, man.
That's right.
He ain't gonna fully get everybody chipped.
That's right.
Because the scriptures in the book of Job, chapter 20, says in the time of his, when he's eating, he's gonna have to regurgitate and vomit it all up, man.
That's the spirit.
You know? Read that.
Vomit's not a pleasant thing, man.
Hell no.
You
That
know?
shit hurts.
Nobody is like, yeah, I'm gonna go home and vomit tonight. Hell no, man. You know, that shit makes you cry. That shit burns your throat.
Hurt your ribs.
You try to stop it, you're like, no, please, no more. And then it keeps going, you're like, damn it. All right? So that's the same way that Esau Edom is gonna be. He's not gonna want to give it all up. That's why he's gonna throw it up. You know?
You know, like some people have to force someone to throw up because they you know, were trying to OD with pills. So they put their fingers in their mouth. That's how the Lord is gonna force your fucking ass to vomit that shit up.
That's right.
He's gonna take it by force. Just like you took it by force, you removed the H of landmarks, right? You took people and you heaped up people as treasure to yourself, right? The Lord's gonna take it from you, man, by force, by violence, because that's how you dealt. The Lord is not mocked, man. What a man soweth, thou shalt he reap. Go ahead.
It says, for though they live long, yet shall they be nothing regarded, and their last age shall be without honor.
America's gonna be with them.
Has a little bit left, maybe like a couple minutes. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 and verse 17. For though they live long, yet shall they be nothing regarded.
Yeah, like America, it seems like, I mean, it's lasting for a long time, right? 400 plus years. Right, but it says what? It's gonna be like what?
It says, and their last age shall be without honor.
It's gonna be without honor. This place ain't gonna be held in a high stature, man. It's gonna be at a low stature of dishonorable. You know, Esau's gonna be casted out as a dishonorable discharge, man. You know, he wasn't fit to rule.
That's right.
You know, he ain't gonna be remembered either. He's gonna be rejected and destroyed, man.
That's right.
So this place is gonna be without honor, man. Okay, this place is gonna be forgotten. As far as like, ain't nothing good gonna be remembered about this place.
Right. If you go through a bad relationship, what do? You forget that shit.
Yeah.
You know.
And then all you remember is the bad shit.
That's right.
And you hate that motherfucker.
It says, verse 18, or if they die quickly, they have no hope, neither comfort in the day of trial.
Yeah, in the day of trial, if Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the great judgment, you ain't gonna have no comfort, man. You ain't gonna have no mercy. Okay? Scriptures say, you know what? We'll bring this one out real quick. So read it again.
It says, verse 18, or if they die quickly, they have no hope, neither comfort in the day of trial.
Right. This is James chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that has showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. So because you judge without mercy, you're not going to be shown no mercy, man. There ain't going to be no hope for you. Read that part one more time.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 and verse 18. If they die quickly, they have no hope, neither comfort in the day of trial.
You have no hope or comfort in the day of trial, man, because you judge without mercy.
It says, for horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation.
So horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. So any of you that take the RFID chip, you don't take heed unto what the brother was trying to tell you or what we're trying to tell you, then that's on you, man. Our hands are clean. Stay away from the RFID chip, because the end of this generation is going to be horrible as it is written, man. Thus say Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man.
That's right. Hey, what did Paul do whenever, they were speaking, and he had to get that out through the Spirit? He had to get it out, and he said it. And after he said it, he was like, I had to say it. My hands are clean. And that's what we have to do, man. Going out to the highways and the hedges, not being afraid of who you might see. You might see people you work with or whatever it is. But the message has to be conveyed out to the Negro, Latino, and Native American man, the elect, all right, the ones, the hopeful ones, the faithful ones that abide in the truth, and that's why we're out here preaching this truth, man.
So the hope of the end of this generation is horrible, man. It's gonna be horrible, and the ones that take that chip, it's gonna be horrible, man. You shall know a death by pain. You know what I'm saying? So. You got anything else you want to say? Was that second Ezra? Oh yeah, Con, let's finish it with that.
This is second Ezra, chapter 2, verse 45. And he answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Now are they crowned and receive palms. And said I to the angel, what young person is the crowneth them, and giveth them palms of their hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Then the angel said unto me, go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy power, thou hast seen.
So it's a commandment that we go and convey the good news.
That's right.
These visions that our forefathers have seen, that are to come in the future, man. All right. So the point is that those men, the elect, they stood so stiffly for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, and they were crowned. They had got the victory over the beast, over the world, over their own selves. And they're going to be as Job and as Yahweh Shai. Okay? So, but the horrible is the end of this generation, man. And it would behoove you not to take the chip and to put in your mind not to take the chip and pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to keep that seed and solidify you, seal you to reject it, man. Because it's up to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because he opens the doors and he shuts the doors. And that door you want shut to not receiving that chip, man. You want your mind to be closed to that. Okay? Got anything else you want to say? Alright, so we're we're going to end it with that. We want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to all you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth. Till next time, I want to say Shalom.
Shalom.